The new CPL kits have arrived. They were just unveiled on onesoccer.ca. I know what everyone's thinking. What does Adam Jenkins think of them? We are going to rank them from I'm going to wear that every single day to I'd have to be a supporter to wear that. Now you're probably asking yourself, Adam, why are you the authority on ranking these kits? Is it because I'm the most stylish person at One Soccer? That's up for debates. I would say yes. Many would probably agree with me. Is it because I call more CPL games than anyone else in the world, and I have to look at these and read these and see them pretty much 4 times a week for the next 6 or 7 months? Also true. Now, before we get into this, I have been told by the robots behind the scenes that 72% of you watching this video right now have not yet subscribed to One Soccer's YouTube channel. Please do that right now. We appreciate it. It means a lot. And I'm not going to promise a free shirt, but all right, done? Perfect. Let's get into it. Okay, so along with the actual kit reveals themselves that we just had, the CPL also told us about a few new initiatives with the kit. So it's not just what they look like, but it's what they're made of. And what they're made of is 100% recycled material. That's right. It is all about sustainability. It's a really cool initiative. Also, on some of the details in the kits that you're going to see, you'll notice 2 clubs in particular have a certain new element to their kits. That is, of course, Forge and the Legacy patch. They have 1-2 North Star Shield, so they will have a number 2 on their sleeve inside the CPL logo, and that will be updated. Forge fans will hope every single year they win a championship. And Pacific will also be having a badge on their kit. Right above the crest, it is the North Star badge, celebrating their championship accomplishment from last year. Very, very cool. So here's how this is going to work. We have come up with 5 tiers, from I'm going to wear that shirt every single day to I'll probably wait for the alternate to be announced, and then a few in between. So we're going to go from the East Coast to the West Coast, hitting all 8 clubs in between, which of course means we start with the HFX Wanderers. Let's take a look. So initial reaction, a lot more navy blue this year. I got the subtle wave pattern in there. It's of course got the gorgeous crest, probably my favorite crest in the league, the light blue, and then the accents. It's a solid kit. It's got everything you'd expect from the Wanderers. The details are more than just sort of subliminal hidden. They're a really good part of what's going on. And as much as the sound wave gradient was cool, I like that this is a little bit more not so loud and in your face, and it just becomes a good part of the kit. In terms of the ranking, it's way better than sticking to the alternate. This is a good kit. Good enough for the fans. They always are. Am I adding it to my wardrobe? No. Definite. If I'm going to a Wanderers game, I'll rock it. So it's going to go middle of the park. Let's move on. Atletico Ottawa. We weren't expecting a ton of massive overhaul, massive changes. It looks very similar at first glance. We saw bits and pieces of it when they were in Madrid for their preseason camp, so it wasn't a full surprise, but I don't think we were expecting it to be completely blown away, at least for the primary. We still got the famous Atleti red and white stripes. There's the subtle chevron details in the actual stripes themselves. The club has said it's a nod to the Rideau Canal, which is kind of neat. And you'll have the back of the shirt will show the Canadian flag. So, or the maple leaf, I should say. Look, in terms of a kit, it was never going to knock your socks off. If you love Madrid's identity, if you love the Atleti brand, you're going to like this kit. It's going to be better than whatever alternate goes, unless they come up with something super creative. I'd rock it at the stadium, of course, but I don't know that it's better or on par with the Wanderers. I'm going to stick with a solid, good enough for the fans. I think everyone expected it. All in all, no serious complaints, and the nice navy Macron logo keeps the theme pretty emblematic and in tune with the rest of the kit. So a decent performance from Atletico Ottawa. York United in the past, let's face it, they have been really great. They have been questionable. I'm talking about the map kit that we all know, but this is a good kit. It's kind of retro with the skyline in the back. There's also the forest there, which is, of course, for those familiar with York region, it's playing into the idea that there's the North York region. It's got a lot of forests in it as well. And they're kind of positioning themselves where we're Toronto skyline. We play in North York, but we're also York region. So it's a decent intention there. I like the gold accent. It really makes it pop, and all in, it's a good kit. Now, as far as a rating, I'm trying to keep in the back of my mind the idea that we've seen some stinkers in the past from them, and this is certainly not that. I also like that as much as this is a decent kit that you'll see on the pitch, it's something a little bit different. It's a little bit more streetwear. I could wear it out dress it up, dress it down. For now, I'm going to leave it a Rocket at the stadium, but as we go through more, I might even be willing to bump it up. So that's York United. Forge, this is a gorgeous kit. I am absolutely in. A lot more black, it pops. I really enjoy that. This is the first time too we've seen sort of the darker orange accents. You see it on the collar, you see it on the sleeves, and then the gold legacy patch on the right sleeve is really, really cool. It's kind of like the NBA's version of putting it right on the back of the neckline, but it's a little bit more prominent. Everyone who goes up against them is going to see it and be reminded as if they've forgotten how good they are. And let's talk about how visually striking this one is. I've got one right over my shoulder. I'm going to be honest, I was never a massive fan of this. I might even go as far as to say this is my favorite Forge kit that they've come out with yet. The gray is nice. It's a good piece to have in. It ties it all together, but I'm really into the look of the tonal spark pattern. Of course, playing on to the mascot name, Sparks, and the hammer identity part of it. This is the best one I've seen from Forge. This is the best one we've seen yet of the four. I'm not sure that I'm wearing a bright orange shirt every day, but this is something I would absolutely wear. Adding it to my wardrobe, and we have a new number 1 with Forge FC. This is definitely going to catch your eye. It's got the, how do I even want to phrase this? It's so unique that you'd see it for the first time and it would stop you. You'd be like, okay, I need to know a little bit more about this. It keeps the maroon in, which I like. Maybe a little bit too much black for me, but I look at this and I think that they're going for that look good on the pitch, but also sort of fashion streetwear style, like the Venezias of the world. And it's well done. I like the One Soccer logo isn't cut off by the red, so it's got a good distinct aspect, separates it really well. And then the gold accents as well. It's a good kit. So I think I'm going to take this one and add it to my wardrobe, especially when it's a black dominant kit. You can wear it out and I like it. I still think I give the edge to Forge, but Valour, that's another formidable effort. Well done. Now, FC Edmonton. This is the first thing that grabs you, of course, is the pink accents. It's a throwback. It's a callback to Wild Rose Pink in honor of Edmonton, their official flower. I don't know that it fits. I like that it's different. They're trying to do a little bit more than just your average two-tone blue. I'm going to be honest, there's nothing about this kit that I love. It's not a bad kit. I don't know that it's a good kit either. It's somewhere in between. I'm trying to see if there's anything here that I'm missing. They've got the hints of the color again. It says it pays tribute to the Alberta coat of arms, gold and green. That's along the hems. It just, as simple as it is, it feels busy. I'll be honest, it's really not for me. They did such a good job with the denim sort of blue on blue, and it just felt different. It felt unique. This one goes the opposite directions. It's personally a little basic, might even say a little bit bland. And I'm going to be optimistic that the alternate that will be announced is better. That one falls to the bottom. Next up, we're moving on to Cavalry. They always put together a good kit. They've got the color scheme that you can't really go wrong with. Red, white. So you got the regimental green accents as well. They can use black. And I love that the sash is back. This is a gorgeous kit. If I'm looking for criticism, I'd like to see a little bit more green. I think the green is such a nice piece of what makes Cavalry. Maybe that's going to be the alternate. Maybe we'll see another fully green kit like 2019. But aside from that, there's nothing wrong. I absolutely love the patterns within the sash. It's simple, it's clean, but it's very distinctly Cavalry. I'm trying to find criticism, but I don't have any. It's that nice of a kit. And I like too that you get the accent, or you get the point that it's a sash with just the two white lines without it being overly in your face. So then it lets that pattern in between really come first and foremost. They'll say with the branding, it's a tribute to the angular skyline of Calgary. I'm going to be honest, none of that usually makes sense to me. I don't see it. I still like the kit. It's definite top 2, maybe even top 3, because we have one left and Pacific typically does a good job. This is one, especially with the colors, the simplicity, and a little bit of a flash. I'd wear this thing every day, and I have absolutely no problem saying that. It's my favorite. That's the difference for me between Cavalry and Forge. Forge's is so busy that it's like, I don't know that I wear it every single day, but I definitely have it in my wardrobe. So that's what gives Cavalry the nudge for me. They sit number 1 right now in my Add It every day. Yorks, can I rearrange it? Yeah, I'm going to put it ahead of Halifax's, so I'm going to keep it there, but it's still not something I'm wearing every day unless I'm looking for something particularly vintage, something different. Halifax's, it's good. It's a nice kit, but it doesn't wow me. It doesn't have anything different enough and something that sticks out, but it's classic. It's great. It'll stay in P4 or P3, excuse me. Valour's, I'm sort of thinking about that more. How much would I dress it up? How much would I rock it? But you're listening to a guy who wears a red leather jacket and black jeans all the time. So it fits. It works for me. I like it. It's going to stay. Forges, I like it so much that I got to boost it. It's not better than Cavalry's, but it's going in that tier where I would wear that every day. I'd be able to dress that down. I like it. You can work with the blue jean, maybe gives me sort of that grungy, may not be the right word, but like a ripped pair of jeans would go with it. Some white Converse, some white Nikes. I love it. It can stay. It's versatile. And Cavalry's, we just went over it. It's beautiful. Almost no changes that I'd make except maybe a little bit more green. Having said that, I'm not a graphic designer and I'd probably find a way to mess it up. So I'm going to leave it where it is. I'm happy with these rankings. Boost York, put them ahead of Halifax and bring Forge into that I wear it every day range. And that brings us to the champs. They are the champs on the pitch. They are usually some of the champs off of it as well. They always seem to have good kits. And listen, I've said this before on One Soccer. I'm not afraid to hide it. The purple and teal is like they reached into my heart and pulled out my favorite colors and came up with the color scheme. So I'm always going to like it. There's no doubt about it. This year, the striking thing, of course, is the North Star badge above the crest. That looks so good. I like that it's not too busy. Forge doesn't have two constantly over it. Save that for as the season progresses and they get more. If they win a 5th championship, for example, maybe even a 3rd, we'll see. But in terms of Pacifics right now, that element is really nice. The Douglas fur, an ode to Vancouver Island. It's subtle without being too crazy in your face. I really do like it. The color, I don't know that it's my favorite, to be honest. I love that they have the teal. They call it lagoon blue. It's teal to me. It's nice, but it's busy. Same with the sleeves. There's just, maybe I got to circle back to my comments on Cavalry where I'd add more green, because this is what Pacific has done. They've added that secondary color and it makes it a little bit too busy for me. I would have liked to have seen more teal or more white. I think you got to go two-tone and stick to it here. It's as much as I want to love it, it's not my number 1. So I'm going to keep this definitely 3rd. Let's see where I'd stick to it. I'm tempted to go here, and it's not because I hate it, but because of the wording of it, stick to the alternate. If they come out with a lagoon blue alternate, like we've seen them wearing in training, a lot of that teal everywhere, I would take that. I'd probably wear that one every single day. But in terms of our ranking system, I can't put it that low. Add it to my wardrobe, yes. Because it's purple, I have enough purple already. It would fit right in, but it doesn't get a nod over Valour for me. And I think I'm going to leave it there. It's purple. So for me, it's hard to go wrong, but the execution, it's a little bit busy with the darker fur silhouettes, the Douglas fur silhouettes, that is, and then the white and the lagoon blue. So it's a good kit. For me, it's tough to go wrong with the purple and the teal, but I don't know that it's the best one they've ever come out. That brings us to the end. The 8 CPL 2022 primary kits ranked 1 through 8. We want to hear from you as well. Let me know how you think I did. Go to onesoccer.ca. We'll have a link where you can create your own tiers. Tag us at OneSoccer and me at Adam K. Jenkins. I love these debates. There's no right or wrong answer. It's all personal taste, personal preference, and I'd like to hear how much you disagree with my rankings. That's it for us today. Make sure you like this video if you haven't liked it already. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and bookmark onesoccer.ca for all the latest news and announcements on all things Canada soccer. Until next time, I'm Adam Jenkins. Thanks for watching.